All right, hello villagers.
Hi, villagers.
Hello villagers. We're Christine and I are in the park right now. We're at Barnett. I don't remember the name of the park.
Starts with B.
Yeah, it starts with B, but it's very close to the Garfield Community Center, and it's a beautiful day today. The weather's great. We've been out, and so we're making this video to do an update. This is a very important village update, right? And it's related to the themes that we've had at Village recently. So can you talk about what the themes have been?
Yeah, so the last 2 weeks we've been, if you have attended Village or read the invitation emails, we've been having the theme of neighborhoods and neighbors. And so the first week we talked about, Mr. Rogers and how, it was nice that he was always talking to his neighbors and the mailman and just being a good, illustration of what a good neighbor.
He's so nice.
Yeah,
and he always is like musical and
little puppets and stuff. And the second week, which was just yesterday, we talked about different neighborhoods around the world. So other people's experiences of neighborhoods, since we have members from outside of Seattle. So why are we talking about neighborhoods? What's the importance of the neighborhood theme?
Yeah, so we have also been talking about the Central District project for a while. So that's why we decided that we wanted to try and encourage a little more discussion around neighborhoods, because the big project for Village Co. For a while now has been what we call rooting down into a local community. And so that's why we're here in the Central District. That's why we're at this park. And kind of the center of this rooting down is the Garfield Community Center, which is just a few blocks that direction. And it's a nice little community center. It's been here for a while. Okay, so the Central District project is really an attempt to take all the juicy, delicious, amazing, cool things that we have had happening in Village Seattle for the last 3 years. We're coming on 200 gatherings now. So we want to take the gathering model, the way that we structure our agenda. We want to take the roles that people are using. We want to bring the open space. We want to bring the community connections. We want to bring the engagements. All of those things, we want to take that structure and we want to bring it to this local neighborhood. And we want to get folks who live right around here to be the village members of that village. So that's the project. It's very different than what we've had happening, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we're growing by getting smaller.
Yeah, right. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, but that actually is something we brought up at the advisory board meeting recently, which was the use of the word local and as a vision for Village. Which I don't know, like, what do you want to say about that?
Well, local, brings up a lot of thoughts in everyone. Since the trend is to be more global and, with social media and social network and, the idea that we're becoming more globalized and just being able to connect to someone across the world, which is all great. Although not too many people are focusing on the local aspect and how much each locality is actually representative of global, since we have different people, moving across the world and moving into neighborhoods near you, and so the idea is that the global is your local place, and so getting to know people that are just nearby, they could be a completely different, both culturally and also just their exposure to information. So each person is a whole world in and of themselves, and so just getting to know a local neighbor is actually getting to know the world.
Yes, I love that.
We didn't plan that. That wasn't scripted.
Yes, getting to know someone locally is getting to know the world. You also said something recently about that we have a short time on this planet, in this life, and we're not going to get to see it all, right? We're not going to get to see the whole world. We're not going to get to talk to all the people. We're not going to be able to do all the things. So what's the implication there?
Well, we're not. We're going to die before that. Instead of focusing, I guess, on like the billions of people we're not going to be, there are the few people that we are going to be. that we see, you know, every day in passing, and just yeah, it'll be a sample of what, you know, I guess.
Sample of the whole world. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So like those local connections end up being the most important part of our lives.
Yeah.
You know, the relationships that we take time building end up being the people who are with us throughout all of our changes in our life. So that's why local, that's why we're talking about rooting down, that's why we're talking about building village structure, because we live in a world that doesn't really support this kind of connection that easily. Like, we live in a very consumer focused world where we come together in order to buy things. We come together like for concerts, we come together for very specific, like, let's go on a hike or let's build a park, or, you know, we have a lot of things happening, but there's nothing connecting us, you know, from moment to moment. Until now. Enter village. Obviously, we're not reinventing anything, you know, new. It's things that are already happening. We're just bringing a little more structure to it. And having, like, I think about, okay, so I want to share about the day I had with Corbin on Sunday here, walking around this neighborhood, talking about this idea of Central District Village. And then Christine will share about what we've been up to today, because we've been walking around the neighborhood today. So Sunday, Corbin and I met a couple of people who were picking up trash on the street, and we talked to them. They lived in the neighborhood for over 30 years. They had some stories. They're going to be coming to Village on Tuesday, which is so exciting. So they love the idea. They're definitely interested. They told us that their trash pickup is organized by someone who comes every Sunday to the park right here. So we came over to the park and we met him, Chris, and he's a great guy, and he's been on and off organizing this trash pickup. This isn't just a small example of what we could do with Village. Is by providing the structure now, Chris can pop into a village that is made up of people in this neighborhood and say, hey, I'm doing trash pickup, who wants to help out? And he's got an easy way to connect with more people locally, and that's something that doesn't currently exist, aside from him walking around and knocking on all the doors, which is a big effort. So in just less than an hour, we had 3 really great connections. And Chris and their names are escaping me. I just met them, but they're going to be all coming to Village on Tuesday, which is very exciting. So that was Sunday. So what have we been up to today?
So today, Wednesday, well, I came, and I've never really gone through Central District, so it was really nice for me to see the neighborhood. We stopped by Corbin's place. I met one of his roommates. Didn't get to meet Patrick though.
The cat.
Yeah. So a couple houses down, we got to meet Laura, and Laura's been living in Central District for 30 some years as well, and she had and also her little cute dog.
Very loud dog.
Didn't catch her name, but she talked about all the neighbors that have been there when she first moved in, and how you know, they've since passed or have moved out, and how it's changing, and there's new neighbors, and how she misses the previous dinners or connections and gatherings that they used to have, and how she would like to reconnect with you know, other neighbors who have since moved in, and, you know, just continue that special feeling that she got from just getting to know people, and it seems like it's just you know, continuously changing the neighborhood, and also there's people that have been here around and noticing a difference, you know, things that have changed. And so I think she was very much interested in coming to Village and figuring out a way to be able to connect with her neighbors again. She also organizes a block party, so she's organizing her block party
coming up, like August 2nd, like in 2 weeks. Come to the block party. Yeah.
And yeah, she's been walking around, going to the community center again, met some of the community center staff, and yeah,
and they remembered us.
Yeah, they remembered us
because we've been dropping in and telling them that we've been.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And now we're at the park, which we can't remember the name of.
Right.
Well, we've talked to some AmeriCorps volunteers too, who also live in the area, and invited them to Village. So yeah, it's been a good day so far.
Yeah. So, you know, this is the kind of activities that people who want to start villages would be doing. So by going through the Central District project, what we're essentially doing is seeing if this kind of village building could happen, anywhere in the whole country, and how we might support village building if we got to that point. So yeah, it's been a good experience. So that leads us to why we're making this video. In order for this to even be possible, I mean, first of all, it's just, I feel a lot of gratitude for Village Seattle, like for all the people that have been coming for the last couple of years, whether you just joined recently or you've been involved since the very first gathering. You have brought value, and you have made it possible for us to be at this point right now. So I'm very grateful, and I just want to acknowledge that it's not easy to show up to community stuff. We have a lot of things that we can be involved in. Now that we're through COVID, there's even more happening. So to choose Village and to keep that in your life, that means a lot, and a lot of people have been doing that. As a lot of community groups have been waning, now that we're getting into the summer months and stuff, our gatherings have been consistent. People have been showing up. So thank you for showing up. And then what's the ask?
Yeah. Well, we've invited several people to Village this Tuesday, July 25th. The year flew by. So if you could come to Village on July 25th, this Tuesday, and welcome in our visitors from Central District, and just give them a feel of what Village is like. And, have a good experiences. Have a good experience as usual. We've never had a bad experience. So the usual, just do your usual stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, show up on Tuesday.
Yeah. This Tuesday it's a great opportunity to come by and see people you might have seen for a while if you haven't been to Village for a little bit, and kind of be a part of this new phase of Village that's happening right now. And then the deeper ask here is that this is not just about one Tuesday, obviously. We're going to be working in this neighborhood for a while. We're going to continue to walk around, talk to people. It's going to take many, many months. It might even take years. I really don't know how long it will take to get a village going. The timeline is not what's important. It's about the process and doing it right, and really, meeting people where they're at and getting to know them. So anybody who is participating with Village Seattle is essentially helping this project, because the easiest thing for us to do, is we're willing to walk around the neighborhood here, is to invite people to just come check out Village. And if you are there and you're taking those roles and you're making that a great welcoming space, they're getting a good experience, and they're thinking about maybe they want to bring Village to their neighborhood. So that's helping the whole project. So please just keep coming to Village, and I guess we can end by bringing it back to the local is global. The Village is there. I mean, we're also talking about Village as a place of practice. It's not easy to connect with people. It takes energy. We're concerned with how much space we have in our lives for relationships. And so, it's a place of practice. Like, maybe we can practice exercising that relationship muscle at Village. And so use Village. Like, it may not always be around. This is a rare opportunity. This is a great moment we're having, where we have a lot of good people coming together. Use this opportunity to come together, and use this opportunity to meet people that are different than you. And as you lean into that, you're helping this whole project happen.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
There's a number at the bottom.
Yeah.
Call
Please send your donations to villageco.org. Call the number below. No. Well, this is now a 14-minute video.
Okay.
I think we'll post the video unedited, and we're going to ask people to watch this whole video. So maybe we should put a teaser. We can tease them with something at the very end.
What do we do?
What do we do at the very end?
I don't know.
The chicken dance. Do you know how to do a chicken dance? No. It's like.
Okay.
Do you know that one?
Sure.
Okay, let's do the chicken dance over here.
What? Oh, we have to stand up?
Yeah, right over here. Okay, here we go. We got to stand in the sun a little. Yeah, back over here. Okay, it starts with this. Dun, 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 dun.
And
Dun, 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 and then we turn. Dun, 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 dun.
I think that failed.
That's about
That's
all.
all.
That's all you're gonna get
That's
for
all.
chicken dance. But we can put some music to that. Now you've seen us chicken dance. All right, thank you for watching the video, and
Oh, till next time.
till next time, we'll see you at Village. Bye bye.